What is going on, Rockstar? How are you? How are you? How are you? Happy Monday evening. And in this episode of Get Your Mind Right with Coz, we are going to talk about stop thinking this right now. Stop thinking this right now. So if you want to know what I'm talking about, stick around. We're going to get into it. My face. My name is Coz. I coach Black women in the sisterhood of starting and developing a business. So let's get into it. I hope you had a phenomenal weekend, Rockstar. I hope you did. I hope you did. I know I did. I had a phenomenal 3 day, actually 2 day weekend. Sunday is just this family day. We just hang out and just really enjoy each other. But so let's jump into it. So, how are you talking to yourself? Do you talk? Do you speak sweet words to yourself? Do you speak words of encouragement, positivity? Do you speak words that soothe your soul? Or do you talk negative? Do you talk down? Do you talk mean and nasty to yourself in your mind? Do you? Like, put it in the comments below because I mean, let me know. I really want to know. Um, because I need you to stop doing that, Rockstar. I need you to figure out where these things are coming from. So I want to talk about 3 different things that you need to stop thinking about you right now. That's what I want to talk about. And the first thing I want to say is um, stop thinking you are worse than you are. Stop thinking you are worse than what you are. Okay. And, you know, I want to talk about this because, um, we sometimes are, or sometimes are our worst critics. And I've been there, my boys do it, sometimes my husband does it. We all have those moments. But what I've learned is you got to ask yourself a few questions. Now, this is work. If you want to get rid of your negative thinking, you have to figure out where it is coming from. So that's the first question you ask. Where did that belief come from? Okay, where did it come from? And the second question is, what action are you taking to continue that negative thinking? I'm sorry, I'm like looking at myself. It's so weird. Like, what action are you taking to continuously believe this negative thought? Okay. I think I skipped one. So let me go back. So the first question is, where did the belief come from? This is what you are asking you. The second is, why do you believe this belief? And the third is, what action are you taking to continuously believe this bad thought? See, we have to reverse engineer these things. And when we do that, you will find that it's not concrete. You will find that it's actually very weird. I was let's see, this was last year in August when I was really thinking about a few things, and I had to go deep before I went wide. And these are questions that I had to ask myself because um you want to find out where these thoughts are coming from. And once you start writing it out, it starts coming out. And that makes room for you to plant new, positive, sweet thoughts about yourself. And it's like, I don't know where that thought came from. Or if you do, then it's like, well, why do I believe it? Okay. And then if you believe it, then why are you taking action to believe it? Like, what actions are you taking? Because what you're doing is, once you are taking action, you're further cementing it into your mind, in your psyche, and in your being. So it's like, okay. And then once you get it all out and then you look at it and you're like, okay, then you can start to formulate a plan to not think like that anymore. You replace it with a positive. Like, I have a new belief. Why? What actions am I taking to make this concrete? It's really, really going deep into affirmations. You're going to reverse engineer it and then you're going to replace it. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, you don't have time for your goals. You don't have time to do this. You don't have time to do that. You have time. It's just the matter of prioritizing and time management. We all get the same 24 hours in a day. It's about how we use it and how we prioritize it. Okay? Like, take for instance, writing a book. Okay, I know I have a book coming out. I know how many pages I need to write a day so I can get to the date that I've set for me to complete the book. So that means, one, I have to get up super early, which I already do, and write the number of pages that I need to write, or an or. Or if you're a night owl, reverse it. Maybe you stay up a little bit later and you write the number of pages. You can write from 10 to 2 pages a day, however you want to do it to accomplish the goal. We all have the same 8 hours. It's just about prioritizing how to make it happen. And it's like, well, maybe I have a job. Okay, get up beforehand. You want to, as my coach say, compress time. And when you are running toward a goal, when you are trying to do something different, it requires a little something different of yourself. It requires a little something different of how you do things. Okay, so that's number two. And then you can actually apply those first questions to all three of these. Okay, and then number three, quitting before you try. Stop thinking this. Stop thinking you have a new belief of writing a book and then you're like, ugh, no one wants to hear what I have to say. You're quitting before you are allowing yourself to even try. So in your mind, it's like, okay, I got this new belief, but why would anybody want to read something I wrote? Stop doing that. We all are here for a reason. We all are here for a purpose. We all are here because we have a purpose that needs to be shared with the world. My favorite quote from Les Brown is, the richest place on earth is the graveyard, because so many people go to their grave with their masterpieces still inside them. Do not be one of those people. Okay? If you have a new belief that you want to write a book, lose weight, learn how to get a CDL motorcycle license, if you want to start a business, if you want to do whatever, and that thought kicks in, where did it come from? Why do you believe it? And are you submitting not submitting, Uh, what action are you taking to? It's oh, it is kind of submitting to the action, but it's another word, and I really can't think of it right now. But what action are you taking to continue to believe this thought? See, we got to get to the root of where of the why. The why. Once we have the why, then we can go forward. We can write that out and say, okay, I know where this is coming from, so I need to change this so this is no longer there. It takes work to change your thoughts. It takes work. It's like your mind is your strongest muscle in your body. It takes work, just like you working your abs and your legs and your booty and your arm. It takes work. Your mind is the strongest muscle you have. Why wouldn't you think you would have to exercise it? Think about that. Okay. All right, let's go back through it. Number one, stop thinking you're worse than what you are. Number two, stop thinking you don't have time. Number three, quitting before you even try. Stop thinking these things now. And I want to know what hack, what tip that you can share to stop positive thinking. To stop positive thinking. Oh my gosh, to stop negative thinking and start thinking positive immediately. So let me repeat that. I want to know what hack, what tip can you share to stop negative thinking and start thinking positive immediately? Share in the comments below, and I will chat at you later. Let's work.